Hi, I'm Annapolis Mayor Josh Cohen with your weekly video update for August 25th, 2010. And in this week's update, I want to share 3 items. One is on management, one is about money, and the third is about the market house. Now, a lot of people ask me, how will I determine if my administration is a success? And my answer to that focuses on the 3 guiding principles for my administration, which are effectiveness, efficiency, and transparency. Effectiveness meaning the city government is actually accomplishing what it's intending to do. Efficiency meaning we're doing it in a cost-effective manner. And transparency meaning that the results are out there for everybody to see, the good, the bad, and the ugly. One of the ways in which we're going to improve the management of the city, improve the effectiveness, efficiency, and transparency is through a new process that Acting City Manager Mike Malinoff has implemented, which he calls the Manager's Monthly Memo. It's a practice that he did when he was city manager up in Newport, Rhode Island with success, and it's a practice that he is implementing here. A couple weeks ago, he presented to the City Council the first one of these monthly memos. Anybody can go onto our city website, annapolis.gov, and pull it up for themselves. It's a work in progress. Right now, the memo shows what each department has worked on over the past month, but we're working to revise the memo so that it's not so much focused on what each department did, but more focused on results and performance measures. Performance measures, in my mind, are the key to make sure we're doing a good job at managing the resources that we have, because taxpayers know that the city government at least is now spending within its means. But we need to take the next critical step and show taxpayers that they're getting the biggest bang for the buck of every dollar that we do spend. And the Manager's Monthly Memo is one way in which the focus of this administration is going to bore down more at the details now that we've gotten a balanced budget to make sure that we are doing a good job managing the city. And just as a couple examples, one is something that we're very familiar with, which is overtime, looking at the percentage by which each department exceeds or comes in under budget for overtime. Another example of a performance measurement looks at the assets that we have and looks at vehicles. And for example, in the police department, what's the percentage of time that police cruisers are out of service? If it's too high a percentage, we know we have a maintenance problem. And if we can focus on that maintenance problem, then we can get more life out of the money we spend on the vehicles and do a better job managing the assets that we have. So management is going to be a theme that you are going to hear repeatedly as we move forward. The second item is on money, and I'm very appreciative to County Executive John Leopold for authorizing the immediate transfer of close to $1 million of city money. It's $750,000 of property tax revenues and over $100,000 of the city's profit share from the Eisenhower Golf Course. And the money that the county has wired to the city will go directly to helping the city solve our immediate challenge of little cash in our cash reserves. Even though we have a balanced budget, we have a timing problem where a lot of our revenues come in after we've incurred the expenses. So even expediting the payment just a week or two, even that little swing can help the city stay ahead of the curve and stay more current with the bills we have to pay. And the third update is on the market house. Earlier this afternoon, the city was very fortunate to have a presentation by nationally known planner Fred Kent. He arrived earlier in the day at the invitation of the Annapolis Sustainable Business Alliance, spent some time meeting with them, visiting around the town. And then his presentation focused on the market house, but it also focused more broadly on City Dock and the public space that we have and how we need to re-envision that whole space and how we can better utilize it to improve our quality of life downtown. This presentation was part of an ongoing, very public process so that the public is not only informed but is involved in the decisions that the city is going to be making over the next few months about City Dock overall, but more immediately about the use of the market house. I'm pleased that Lair Jackson was at this presentation. Lair is the individual who was the clear consensus choice of the City Council to operate the market house, in part based on his proven track record of operating other public markets, but also in part because of his vision and he's an Annapolis native, and he has a real affinity for Annapolis and understanding the Annapolis character. Next month, as I mentioned in a previous video update, next month I'm going to be holding a public briefing and Q&A about the status of the city's negotiations with Laird Jackson. Even though there may be broad agreement on the fact that we need the market house to be authentic to Annapolis, there are a number of specific details and decision points for the council, and the briefing next month is going to be to involve the public and invite the public in on the city's decision-making process. So that's the update for this week. As always, you can reach me by calling 410-263-7997. You can email mayor@annapolis.gov, and you can visit my blog, mayorcohen.com, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.